This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, happy Tuesday. Welcome. Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Coming up on the show today, Luke Denherter will stop by, talk about his latest bout with cancer, his fourth bout. And also we're going to talk with Jefferson High standout student athlete Rachel Van Blaricom. She's going to play in the HIT tournament up at Havre this weekend. We'll talk to her coming up as well. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. Go to JasonWalkerShow.com or Twitter handle at JWalkerSports, the letter J. Email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com, and our phone number is 406-209-1267. Opening segment of the show is brought to you, as always, by our great friends at Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with three distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and, more importantly, your budget. Milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Project management services. They'll stack your logs. All the builder really has to do is finish it. They will also travel, and you can go to yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Well, as we get started today, we talk about Frontier Conference, and we talk about Spencer Chamberlain, a former Helena High Carroll College football player who crashed his car March 8th and basically nearly died. He is basically had internal decapitation, ruptured ligaments and tendons that connect the skull to the neck. And we wish him the absolute best. He played at Helena High from 05 to 08, then went on to Carroll, went to the Army, and has been a great assistant coach, Rocky and Western, the last few years. So we wish him the best. We wish his family the best as well. It's that's scary. And yeah. Big Sky Conference handed out some awards. Lucy Corbett, Duncan Hamilton. We'll talk tomorrow with Alex Eshelman about this, but named the Big Sky Track Athletes of the Year or week for the outdoor season, the first week. Corbett, let's see here. Hamilton, rather, went 8 minutes, 43.32 seconds in the steeplechase. I believe that's the best time in the nation right now. Down at the Franson Classic hosted by Azusa Pacific or over the weekend. And Corbett had the best high jump, breaking her own school record, which I think she did in the indoor season too. 6 feet, 1.25 inches. She's second all time on the Big Sky outdoor list and has the top height right now in the nation. And she also long jumped 6.75, the third best in program history. Bobcats will be in Missoula this weekend. Let's see. There were Big Sky awards handed out, or Frontier Conference awards handed out yesterday. And the women's golf freshman, Rocky Mountain College golfer of the week, Valentina Saletta of Rocky from Bogota, Colombia, went second at the RMC Invite down in Henderson, Nevada at Reflection Bay. Shot a 2-round, 13 over. The men's golfer of the week is Mitchell Thiessen of Rocky. from British Columbia. He won the invite down there in Henderson. Tech and Rocky Mountain claiming outdoor track athlete of the week for women. Naya Bowden of Tech and Kellen Wall of Rocky. And then on the men's side, Daniel Diefert and Justin Morgan of Tech. So congratulations to them. Big winners over the weekend and had good competitions. So there you go. Let's see. What else did we see today that we were going to hit on? Nothing important, really, that's happening across the state. As we gear up for spring sports, it's in the middle of that kind of dead period. And where we go from transitioning from winter to spring sports. We know spring sports started last week, practice, and then they'll be outside and getting going this week. And all the competition, softball starts next week as well. So lots of great stuff going on. One thing that's not great is Luke Denherter going through his 4th bout of cancer. There's a silent auction tonight, actually just got underway, and he'll join us in just a couple of minutes to chat about that and also his life. And we'll get an update on the housing market as well, interestingly enough. So Luke Denherter will join us coming up. And that's when we return. Jason Walker Show is presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Rachel Van Blaricom on the way as well. The opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Go to yourcustomlog.com and get started on building the log home of your dreams today. We'll talk to Luke Denherter next here on The Jason Walker Show.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rutgers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rutgers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rutgers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Tuesday. Coming up tomorrow, Alex Eshelman. That's what she said. Also, Capital tennis coach Ryan Swenson will join us. Thursday, Jim Kelly played for the Bobcats against Elgin Baylor back in the late 50s, and he will join us coming up on Thursday. Rachel Van Blaricom to come today. We'll talk hoops, Jefferson High standout, and on this day in history coming up as well, along with the walk-off. This segment brought to you by Rutgers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn in Helena. Well, Luke Denherter is an inspiration. 4 times now he's gone through cancer treatments. Got a silent auction tonight and raising money for his travel expenses and treatment. And joining us now to chat about that, Luke stopped by a little bit earlier today into the studio on his way out to the silent auction to get help setting up. And he joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, man. Like I said, it's been a while since you've been in studio, but how are things?
Ups and downs. I kind of, since the last time when you saw me, I think I've gone through at least one bout, possibly now this is the second bout of cancer that I'm going through. Overall, it's actually, life has been really good. Besides this little speed bump, as I call it, life has actually been really good. I got a fiance, she's got a couple kids, and life's changed dramatically since the last time we chatted a little bit.
You had just come back from your third bout, right?
Yep.
And now this is 4.
This is number 4. They said lucky number 3. I just thought I might as well throw an extra one in there just for fun.
When you get that notification, and I mean, you've been through this, so how do you know? I mean, when?
This one I knew there was something different because I've gone through so many different things. It's a different feeling in your body. You're sitting there going, there's a different pain that you're not used to. Not just like a stomach problem, not anything like that. You just kind of know there's a pressure that shouldn't be there. The big one was there was a tumor that was growing right next to my stomach. And that was the one that was pressing onto my stomach, causing me not to eat very much and just kind of feel the pain in the abdomen area. And so that's why I was like, yeah, let's go get checked. And so I kind of forced the issue and said, hey, let's do a PET scan. Let's get this stuff going because I know it's not just a typical thing.
You've been through this, and I'm sure it's different. Or is it different every time when you get? The first time was scarier than hell, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, first time was scary.
When you find out the 4th time now, I mean, what's the emotions like?
It's each one of them has their own different kind of pluses and minuses. But this one, it was. I kind of was like, okay, here we go. Just tell me the beginning date and the end date. You know what? The last time I went through it, they said with my stem cell transplant that we shouldn't have a problem again because we reset your immune system. And then with this one coming back, it was more of, okay, and in essence, it was 9 years, 5 years, and 2.5. So it was half-lifing itself. And so you sit there and go, okay, so is this something that's going to continue with the rest of my life? And finally, this time we got approved for, they call it still a trial, but it was FDA approved now. It's been approved for 5 years. And it's what's called CAR-T stem cell. So it's a whole new, brand new technology that they said that this is going to be it. They said this is going to be it. I can go in more detail on that if you want to.
Sure. I mean, you know all about this stuff.
I know what they tell me. I'm not an expert, but it's kind of a different process that they. So on Friday last week, I was sitting in a bed with two big old tentacles coming out, one for each arm, and one was taking blood, one was giving blood back. And they took the blood out, and then they took the stem cells out, kind of like they did last time, but this time they're sending it to a manufacturer. So it's kind of a weird thing, yeah. So it's a manufacturer, and so what they do is, the simplest way to put it is they put like an antenna on those T cells. They put a little antenna because right now my body's not recognizing the cancerous cells. And so what they can actually do with this type of cancer, because it's a reoccurrence in essence, they can teach my cells how to identify this type of cancerous cell and kill it. And they teach my whole body how to do that.
Crazy.
It's cell engineering to a whole new level that I was like, really? So you were saying you're going to put blood back into me, so I'll have cancerous cells in me. They're not going to wipe me out.
Okay.
So I'll have cancerous cells in me, and then they're going to put the blood in, and then that's going to learn how to fight those cancerous cells and eliminate them for 20, 30, 50 years. You just don't know.
Yeah.
It's only been approved for 5 years, so they don't have a long-term study on it. So
sure. Luke Denherter in studio with us, the former Carroll College standout. All 4 cancers, have they all been the same or different? I mean,
that was the weird part. So the first time it was Burkitt's, the second time it was diffuse large B cell, and then the third time was a mixture of the two.
Okay.
And then the fourth time it went back to large B cell diffused. So they said because it's a reoccurrence, the insurance actually approved me to do this trial, this FDA approved trial, because it was finally a reoccurrence, not something brand new.
It's. I mean, I said this yesterday. I think you might be the strongest guy I know. I mean, seriously, because this is your 4th battle now.
Yeah.
And this one came after you got engaged.
I know. Got engaged, to my beautiful fiance, and everything's going well. She moved in. She's got a couple kids. That it's just everything's going great. And then it just kind of feeling that pain, and you know what? And I think the hardest thing is actually for the family members, for her, and that type of thing to go through this, because I've gone through it. Mm-hmm. I tell the doctor, okay, I don't really care. Just tell me the start and end date.
Yep.
I'll make it through. It's a speed bump in life. Boom. I'll move on from it. But it's the experience that they get. I'm seeing it more and more now because I'm more of a family man.
Yeah.
To see how much strain and stress and all that's on the family, because they see me as hopeful and all these things. They see me upbeat, but in the back of their mind, they have to wonder if something does go wrong. And of course, when you go talk to the doctors, they're going to give you from A to Z what could happen, even though I'm not a normal statistic, but they have to go through, okay, here's this, and then every single time they get a little worse on the conditions, a little bit worse, and then you see the family get a little bit more scared, and you're just like, no, it's fine. That's just they deal with people from 5 years old up to 70 years old. Mm-hmm. And so it's, they deal with so many different people, and it's every single time I've gone and done it, I've been the one that's gone through the less problems, gone through a lot of the less things, and gotten out of the hospital one day early on the last one that they never thought they would do. I mean, just different type of mentalities.
Well, like I said, not just, obviously the mental aspect, but how do you tell the kids? Because how old are they?
So they're 4 and 12.
Okay, so 12-year-old's going to understand.
12-year-old is understanding it. She's doing a great job with it. I know that there's some days that are ups and downs, but I know she's understanding it a lot more. The 4-year-old, in essence, she knows I'm sick. And she comes up, and it's the biggest. It's great when you come home. She comes up and just gives you the big old hug. And say, I know you're sick, but I'm here for you, kind of thing. Just kind of that type of thing. It's great. It's great for that part. But yeah, they're still, in essence, still learning along with mom. I mean, this is her first time with it too. So.
Yeah, that was my next question. I mean, your family's been through it.
Yep.
She hasn't.
No.
And how's she dealing?
She's doing great. You know what? She's overcoming a lot of things, and she's doing amazing. Trying to put on a great face, kind of like what I do all the time. But yeah, I mean, she went out there to Seattle the last 2 weeks. We were out there, and Seattle's changed quite a bit in the last 2.5 years. I'll be honest with you there. And so it'll be different this time. Last time we get to do a lot more free walking and things like that. We just got to be really conscious about things as we walk around Seattle like this time compared to last time. So it'll be interesting. We got a place that has a gym and stuff like that, and a pool. So at least there's activities inside the place that we don't have to go out and venture out as much, because we wanted the kids to come out there the last couple of weeks of my treatment, because hopefully if everything goes right, I'm going to be pretty much just waiting around twiddling my thumb the last 2 weeks, because I'll be done with all the side effects and stuff.
What are the side effects? I mean, vomiting.
Yeah, I mean, but the one thing, this one is going to have a lot more of the neuroplasticity. I'm blanking on that. I'm going to, slaughter that.
Brain stuff.
Yeah, brain stuff. They said that there could be a lot more of forgetfulness and kind of not remembering a lot of things and kind of zone out and sleep, and just kind of a whole different kind of process because it's a different kind of treatment. And so there's a lot of that kind of thing that's going to be the mental part of it. And of course, there's always the other side effects that, hey, you could have a blood clot, you could have all these problems with your body, you could, all of a sudden have a stroke, a heart attack, all of these things because we're putting chemicals in your body. We're putting in brand new cells that your body doesn't recognize. And is it going to accept it or going to fight it? So, there's a lot of possibilities, but that's what they say every single time.
I just can't imagine, man. It's nuts. And when you were here last, it was, I think, the start of COVID.
Yeah.
And we're not through it.
Yeah.
But we are.
It's Montana. We've been here for a while.
Yeah. No, exactly. But you still have to worry about things. Just, the flu, a cold, literally anything, right?
First day we were in Seattle, I got tested, and I got influenza A. Jeez. So my numbers were bottomed out, and then they had to give me some prescription and stuff like that to bring me to where I wouldn't have the fevers. I had as close as you can to go and get checked in the hospital. I had one doctor saying, check him in, and one doctor saying, he looks fine. And so back and forth. And luckily, my body responded to the drugs, the prescriptions, that my numbers dropped down because my threshold is 100.4. If I have anything above that, they have to check me into the hospital. Oh. And I was at 100.3. Oh. And it was like the threshold, and I'm sitting there going, we're testing. I'm like, okay, take the blankets off, take everything off. I'm going to cool myself down because I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not going to sit in there.
Put me in a cold water bath.
Yeah, exactly. Do everything that will make sure that I don't go, and then it calm back down. And then I talked to the doctors the next day. They're like, yeah, your numbers are low. And that's when the debate happened. And they're like, well, we'll just keep them out and see what happens.
Oh, man.
So.
You go back if you do have to take a cold bath, it's like the old dunk tanks at Carroll with Jim Hogan, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Saints 900.
That's what I was like sitting there going, it's funny because we go to Broadwater Hot Springs all the time, and they have those cold baths out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, people are like, oh, this is so cold. I'm like, I can get into it, like, not a problem. I'm like sitting there going, this is what I did after every practice, after every game. I was used to cold baths. I'm like, this is typical. This is easy.
Luke Denenherter joining us here in the studio. Is there an end date? You mentioned that. What's
right now? We don't have an exact end date. We have kind of a timetable. So once I get 3 days of chemo, 2 days of rest, and then they put the blood back into me. And so our arrival date is April 4th into Seattle. Now, if that's the start of the first day, I don't think so. I think I'll probably start around the 9th or 10th of this whole process. So it'll probably be mid-May, and I'm thinking probably May 15th, heading back this direction is kind of what I'm seeing, the numbers as they pan out. So,
and that would be it then? Or
that would be it.
Okay.
And then they basically just do blood draws here and do all that things, check in once a week for the first couple months, and then it kind of graduates you up, as they say in the cancer world, from week to 2 weeks, a month to 2 months to 3 months, and you kind of work your way up. But this first year will be all the time in there getting my blood drawn, but they'll put a port in me to make it easier.
Okay.
So I'll have a port that'll be inserted into my chest that'll give it easy access. So they just stab me in my chest, every day.
It happens.
It's just, typical.
I know you've met little Troy Ross.
Yes.
He had a port, and I think the port is out, or it's coming out.
It finally came out. I just talked to his dad a couple of days ago, and they're really excited about what's going on with him.
Yeah. So, and you go back to the blood donations and how critical they are, because now, you have to have somebody's blood pumped into you.
I've had a lot of blood. It's one of those situations. I've had a lot of blood. It was funny after the last time they go, make sure you take Centrum Silver or any type of multivitamin that doesn't have any iron in it. Because you've taken so much blood, your iron does not process well from everybody else, so your iron will just sit there, and you go, for the next foreseeable future, you just not iron? No. Well, I went to Seattle this last time, and I was like, I've got told not to have any iron, and they go, you're iron deficient. we need to actually put iron into you. And I'm like sitting there going, you guys told me not to take iron. They go, well, somebody must not have communicated with you well. That was only for the first year. And I'm like, oh, well, I've been literally sitting there having Centrum Silver, the old,
Yeah.
because they don't want iron. And then they're like, no, actually, here's some iron pills for you.
Oh, man.
So it's kind of a contradicting thing.
That's crazy. I mean, I can't imagine. The world of medicine
it's nuts.
It's why I had my wife's uncle today said it's why they call it practicing medicine.
It is. we practice on you and see what happens.
Because you're like a guinea pig, basically. It's only 5 years old, so you're still new at that.
100%. I mean, I think they did some trial stuff before, but it's only been approved by FDA for 5 years, and it still is. It's still so new. I mean, there's only a couple manufacturers out there that do it. And so I think mine's named Yescarta is the brand name on it. So yeah, it's to see the evolution from my first day going through this almost 18 years ago to now. I mean, you just see how the process has been streamlined, and you kind of see how far things have gone and where they're going to go. I wouldn't be surprised here in the next 5-10 years they just have a pill. Here's a pill. All right. You take this for the next 6 months, you'll be cured of this cancer. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next evolution of things, because it's already going to. I'm on a trial oral drug right now, oral chemo, to kind of keep my tumors at bay, and so that's kind of what I'm on right now. And it's sitting there going, back 18 years ago, they didn't even think about oral chemo.
Yeah, crazy. Have you ever, in the last 18 years, I guess, gone, why me? Especially now with 3 and 4.
I think you're always going to have that thought process, but I think the one big thing about it is you sit there and go, yeah, you can sit there and go, woe is me, this sucks, why me? Then also you can just sit there and go, okay, well, it is me, and I have to get through it. I still have so much life. I got a lot of things to live for. Just let's get through it. Let's just go through it and be done with it. I mean, it's been nice that the insurance has helped out quite a bit. I have a really good insurance company that have helped me out quite a bit on things. So it's just, that's been a plus. And then we had a huge GoFundMe that was out there. It's always eye-opening. And, every single time I always say this, but it's always eye-opening to see how much this community gives. Yeah. How much this community supports, people that go through things. There's 3 realtors that have cancer right now out of our 450, but it's like sitting there going, we're a small knit group, and then you have 3 of us that are going through cancer at the same time. But then everybody around the community just embraces this. And, it's not like a shun thing. You're not shunned out. You're actually embraced, and this community just gives and gives and gives. And it's really helped it to where we don't have to worry about the financing part of it. Because when you're out there in Seattle for a month and a half, or even if you're out there for those 10 days like we were last time, it's pretty spendy over there, and the prices only have gone up. Yeah. I mean, that's the crazy thing. It's just the prices are gone skyrocketed over there, and so it's trying to balance that out. And with the GoFundMe and then with the silent auction that we have tonight, hopefully we'll be able to not have to worry about that. So that's one less stress off of myself and my future family.
Yeah. Luke Denherter joining us here in studio. Speaking of the silent auction, tell me about it.
Missouri River Brewing Company out there in East Helena. They graciously donated the upstairs area, and we're going to have it all up there. And it's going to be, we've got 20 to 30 baskets. We've got some people that are going to be dropping off baskets as we get there. I mean, it's crazy to see the amount, like I said, the outreach and the support. I mean, there's a wide variety. Of course, alcohol is always going to be out there. I mean, let's be honest with you. That's definitely going to.
Can you drink or no?
I let me say it. Doctor says no. I have one beer.
Okay.
I have a beer. I mean, it's one of those things. I make sure that I still enjoy life.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit there and go, okay, I'm going to have all natural organic food that I can never have anything else. I'm going to only have water that's been through all these taps, and I can't have. No, I got to still enjoy life.
Sure.
So I mean, that's the balancing act. But yeah, no, I'll have a beer.
Okay.
I'll have a beer out there. It's good beer.
Well, yeah. No, I've been out there.
It's really good beer, let's be honest with you.
All right, so you've got 30 or 40 baskets, you said?
Yeah, so it's silent auction that starts at 4 o'clock. It's going to go to 8 p.m. tonight. At least we might move it up to like 7:30, just kind of depend upon how the flow of things are.
Well, you can only have so many drinks.
Well, I know.
So you've got to get...
Well, I will only have one.
Well, no.
But I mean, they're so yeah, it'll be balancing that out. But I mean, there's a wide variety of things. I mean, we had people donate puppies. You know, we have a bloodhound puppy that's been donated, and then there's a possibility of another puppy being donated. I mean, these are $1,200, $1,300 animals that are out there that people are just donating. So I mean, it's got a wide variety of things. So even there's some men's baskets, there's some women's baskets, there's some kids' baskets. You know, there's just a wide variety, which is awesome. Yeah. I think so it's going to bring in whoever wants to come in, which would be awesome. You're going to have something that'll fit you.
Yeah, I saw some of it on your Facebook and Sashin's Facebook as well. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, the community support. Now, if you hadn't been raised and grew up in Helena, would you have gotten this support, do you think?
You know, that's always a tough question, because the thing is that I know this community embraces people, and it just happened to be born and raised here, Capitol High, playing football, playing football at Carroll, having my dad and I own a real estate firm in Helena. I mean, I think it helps to have the name out there, but then also I do know like I said, there's other people that are going through cancer, going through problems in their life, and they're still getting embraced by the community. So I don't think it's just exclusively to the people that were born and raised here. I think they're definitely, this community embraces anybody that needs help. So I mean, that's one thing that's just, it's a community that cares.
Yes, it is. I've noticed that after I got fired and went out on my own. I got a great sponsor. By the way, you need to sponsor this show.
Hey,
I don't have a realty company.
Well, there you go. Well, if you say it right, I'll say it. Realty. Not realty. There's no I in there.
There is no.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Exit Realty.
Yes.
Okay. I see the cars everywhere.
I know.
And your fiance works there?
Yep, she and I work together, and it's called The Bald and the Beautiful. Yep, TB. I don't know how you can tell if I'm the bald one or the beautiful.
I know, because you got both going on. So what do you call her then? I guess.
Oh yeah, she's definitely the beauty out of the two. Let's be honest.
I will. Yeah. I was actually hoping to meet her. I was hoping she'd be here today. Yeah, I know she had to go set up.
She's setting everything up, and so she's got that stuff going on, and trying to, with the kids and stuff like that. So I'm trying to make sure they get picked up from school and daycare and that type of stuff. So it's a balancing act.
When's the housing market going to crash?
Never. No, I think that's always the tough question, because we are so far short on sales, or so far short in the market, that supply and demand is everything.
Yeah.
And, even if the interest rate, they're talking about bumping it 6 times this year, which realistically, you sit there and go, if it bumps 1/8 every single time, we're still at a historical low. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's just say it goes up from 3 5/8 to 4.5. Go talk to your parents. Go talk to somebody that bought in the early 2000s and the 1990s. They were paying, 10, 12, 16% interest. Now, the big thing is the price has gone up so much that it doesn't equate it like it used to. But I don't see, because we're so far behind, and you just can tell by the rental rates. I mean, when you got rental rates that are that high, you just know that there's a demand. Yeah. There's such a demand without the supply that they can choose what they want to rent. And, I think there's a lot of landlords that are going to be raising them, but I think they're going to make it follow the market rate. They're not going to make it stupid. At least in my mind, what I'm seeing. I mean, and I think there's always going to be the outliers, but I think it's going to follow along with the market, which isn't as great for some of the locals. I'll be honest with you. I think one of the toughest things, myself and my fiance, we teach first-time home buyers. We teach them once a month. We do a class, and it's great to have them wanting the possibility of buying a house, but then also we're realistic with them and say, hey, there's only 4 houses that are underneath $400,000 in this market. It's going to be tough. Yeah. And I only see it going up. I don't think it'll go up as dramatic as it has the last 2 years. I think it'll only go up probably another 5% this year, instead of 25 and 35%, depending upon what zip code.
Yeah. We know the one in Callan Valley or in the Northwest.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of parity in that, but I think that we won't see, because there's some level that they can't go too high, or else they're going to be next Bozeman. Yeah. I think, and there's nothing wrong with Bozeman. I love Bozeman, but the thing is, when you're talking about how high those prices are, you're forcing all the locals out, and that's kind of the tough thing. Because maybe they own a house, but taxes follow the prices of the house. And so if you have a mortgage that you're like, okay, I'm good, and then all of a sudden your taxes go up $1,000, $2,000, now your mortgage is now stretched.
Yeah.
And so that's the area I think that's going to be the scary thing, is the taxes that go along with the price of the house that'll price some people out.
Crazy.
I could talk about this all day.
I know you do. Well, this is why you need to sponsor the show. We'll have you on once a month.
All right. See? Sounds good.
No, I mean, not that you're not having to deal with your own financial stuff, but it's business related.
Yeah, business related, so I can write it off.
There you go. We are a for-profit here on the Jason Walker Show.
There we go.
But yeah, I'm glad you were able to stop in, and I wish I could go. I'm babysitting duty tonight,
hey,
so
understandable.
My wife's got a crochet class, so.
Oh, a crochet class. Yeah. Hey, Tuesday night crochet.
I know well, golf season's coming up, so I'm going to be gone a lot.
You got to put in the time now.
Exactly. Yeah, I spend those 6 months of winter preparing for this
for the summer. When oh darn, I'm sorry, babe, I'm gone for the next couple days.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. But yeah, so can you tell me some of the stuff tonight at the silent auction?
Like I said, a lot of alcohol, and then there's, so like I said, there's salon stuff. There's, you got me on a blank. Salon stuff, and then there's golf. There's a couple days of a couple 18 rounds with cart up there in Double Arrow.
Oh.
So there you go there. And then there's a lot of course, like I said, alcohol. that always brings everybody in. Hey, I mean, I'm just going to say, I mean, that's...
yoga? I'm on
you're on the... Yeah, so we got yoga.
I'll help you out here.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it, because...
Yoga... Was it buddy yogurt or booty yogurt?
Boutte.
Boutte.
Do not... You got to make sure it's not said wrong, because that kind of sounds a little bit awkward.
Okay. Boutte. Package for yoga. Let's see here. Cleaning service from Soul Made.
Yep.
Puppies, you mentioned. Looks like some food.
Oh yeah, and then there's a little
bit of everything.
Yeah, and there's a food basket. I think we labeled it as "Go Taste Helena" in essence, because it's got a lot of gift certificates around the whole city. So it's kind of a local kind of cuisine.
Drinks
basket.
And candy. Helena Hardwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Annie McCarville McCutcheon's book.
Yep. Signed from her, and then
was it the Chummas and the Micken?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that. You know what? It's a heck of a book. So it was awesome. You know, have that local artist sign and everything like that on that one. Rutgers Furniture donated some stuff too. It was awesome. They donated some pillows and then $500 gift card. So, I mean, there's a lot of variety.
Yeah, no, there definitely is. You can check out the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Do you ever call your fiance Vidal Sashin?
No, I do not.
How many times has she heard that?
I bet she's heard it. Well, the problem is, so with her name, a lot of people don't understand. They're like, how do you spell it? And it's like, so this is how she picked me up, to be honest with you.
Oh, I want to hear that.
So she when we met, she goes, my name's Sashin. It's passion with an S.
Ooh.
So that kind of.
And you were hooked like that.
I know. I was enthralled. It was a 4 or 5 hour first date.
Nice.
We sat there and talked the whole time. So.
Nice. See, Tori and I went on like a 5.5 hour date our first time.
And where was that?
It was at the house. We had some wine.
Well,
and we watched Moneyball.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we met on Tinder, so.
Well, Brad Pitt will bring it all together right there.
Yeah. Hey, it works for me.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we've talked about the treatments. We've talked about how's the family doing? Like, because you own this company, so with your dad,
yep.
So that definitely helps take time off of work. But you still have clients. Ashton still has clients to work with. So how do you balance that?
You know, we're just frank with them. We're upfront with them, especially now if they need to have new clients and things like that. We just sit there and go, hey, you know what, we have a good team that we work with at Exit Realty, which is really nice to be able to have. I don't say we compete against each other. We all work together. And so it's nice when we can sit there and go, hey, we're in Seattle. Can you go show this house? And they drop everything and go show and help out. Paperwork, I can do a lot of that online nowadays, but physically showing the houses of it, that we have a great team behind us. My dad, and then all of we got, I think, 15 realtors with us now.
Oh, wow.
And so it's really nice to have them to be able to help out for those type of things. So like I said, I just be honest with the clients right up front, because I sit there and go, hey, there might be some times that I won't be able to answer the phone and respond as quick as I would normally. And I've never had anybody drop me as a client. Nice. As a realtor, because of this situation, which has felt good. Now, I might have lost clients just because that I don't know because of what I'm going through. Sure. But I've never lost truly a client because they understand. They understand what's going on, and they understand that, hey, you know what? He'll still be there, and he's still going to be that person that we hired.
Yeah.
And so
you haven't changed since I met you. So.
No, what are you talking about? I just gotten more ornery.
Oh, well,
I mean, that just comes with age, right?
Yeah, exactly. Ask my wife. I have a great idea. If you have so many realtors now,
yep,
you're going to need a new big building. Okay, hear me out on this.
All right.
The Exit Realty with the Jason Walker Show Man Cave in there.
Oh, with the Jason Walker Man Cave?
Yeah.
We'll think about that.
I'm just saying.
We'll think about what we can do there.
I mean, it's not hard enough to find a house, let alone a building, right?
Everything goes up. Everything goes up right now. No, even our rent at our place that we're at right now, it keeps going up too. So it's.
Wait, you rent?
We rent for our office.
Oh, okay.
No, I own my own house.
I was going to say.
Oh, trust me. It's one of those things. I see these. And this is kind of like just being a homeowner. It's like, it's really nice to see the prices go up for equity reasons.
Sure. But
then you see these houses that are selling, and you're like, man, I could sell my house for this much. And you're like, oh, yeah, but where am I going to go?
Exactly.
That's always the question that everybody tells you, and everybody asks. And I said, before I do any listing or any appointments, I sit there and go, what's your next step? Because realistically, your house, if it goes on the market, it's going to sell within the first week.
Well, we found out we were looking at a house a couple weeks ago, up in the Upper West Side, and the asking price was $500, and we made the offer. And it had a family history. Tori's grandpa lived there.
Yeah.
And the house went for $100,000 over asking price. They paid cash, waived all the contingencies.
Yeah.
How do you compete with that? And then I was like, who has $600,000 in cash just laying around?
It is, and it is a scary market like that. I mean, it's one of those things that the highest one we went was $150,000 above, and we got it. I've gone $80,000 above, and we didn't get it.
Jeez.
I mean, it is an interesting market in that instance. I mean, I'll leave it at that, where it's good in some instances for the sellers because they're getting a huge swing on things. But then, like I said, it's also bad because you're sitting there going, the state and local workers, the governmental workers that are here, their income hasn't gone up. And so you're sitting there going, now it was,
they don't deserve it. So.
What?
They don't deserve it.
Oh, hey.
I'm just saying. I'm just
going to say, yeah. But then you sit there, especially since we're the state capital, our mainstay is the state, the government, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And so when their dollar amount hasn't gone up, and then the price has gone up, it's really tough to buy. And I'm glad I bought before.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely a tough area right now. But I mean, these people, the people that we're dealing with know that. I mean, we set them up, make sure that they understand the complications on things. I mean, we've had people that have made 7 or 8 offers on things. And finally we did it said it wasn't qualified for some type of loan, and then we went in there and said, okay, we'll put the flooring in, we'll do the painting, we'll do all these things, and boom, we got them qualified. So I mean, it's just kind of working outside the norms.
Sure.
To try to make sure to help out some people. And so we've done that a couple of times, and it's worked out well, where they've got into a house that they didn't think they could get into. So
well, that's why karma is good, because you help them, and in return the community helps you.
I know. Well, the community helps me a lot, and it's amazing.
Did you know Spencer Chamberlain?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's going through his car wreck,
and you see the response that he's gotten too, and what a scary situation. It's completely different than cancer, but still, I mean, it's
a life-changing event. It's the life thing that you have to battle.
Yep. And did you play with him?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. He was.
So he's old too.
Hey. Well, you can't tell how old I am because I lost my hair so young. So it's like sitting there going, you can't really judge it upon that.
You could have been an Olympic swimmer, though.
I could have been. Just I wouldn't have to put the back cap on.
Exactly. No, but yeah, with what Spencer has gone through his family too. I mean, yeah, we wish them all the best.
For sure. For sure. I mean, and that's the Carroll community too. There.
Yeah.
The Carroll community is huge, and it's just been everywhere around here likes to give, and it's been awesome. It's been, like I said, eye-opening every single time you go through something like this.
Well, good luck with the auction tonight.
Yeah.
Keep us updated, will you?
We'll do, and hopefully this is the last time that we have to have this talk. This talk.
Yes.
This talk about going through another round. So, but I did see somebody that went through cancer 9 times and still alive. So, I mean, I guess there is somebody that's higher than me. So, I guess.
You know what? You should go down to Memphis. Okay. And speak at St. Jude to those children about how to stay strong in dealing with cancer. I think that you'd be a great spokesperson.
I'm always up for someone. I did last year with Ross.
Yep.
With Coach Ross, I went up there and did a speech with his kids and stuff like that, kind of about talking about going out there, achieving, and then actually going to push yourself through some situations. So that was kind of a nice talk last time. So
overcoming adversity.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no, those St. Jude is unbelievable.
They are.
I've been a big fan of theirs for the last 20 years. And it's I mean, what those kids and you could teach them so much.
And that's the thing is that they have just begun life. They haven't seen anything, and they're going through such a dramatic situation, and the families are going through so much. And that's what's nice about St. Jude's is that they help you out. They make sure at the end of the day you can get rid of one stress to concentrate on the main stress.
Yeah.
So,
well, thanks for stopping in.
Oh yeah, appreciate the invite.
Yes, anytime.
I appreciate the invite, and we talk about the silent auction and how the Helena is such an amazing community.
Well, yeah, it definitely is. So good luck.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
What an inspiration, right? I mean, 4 times now he's battled cancer, and nobody's stronger. Nobody's stronger. Good luck to him and the family. Take a quick break. We'll come back, and when we do, we're talking hoops with Jefferson's Rachel Van Blaricom next. This segment brought to you by Rutgers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rutgers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rutgers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rutgers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Tuesday. Got the walk-off coming up, also on this day in history. There is a big basketball tournament this weekend. It rivals state. and it's almost here. It is the Highline Invitational up in Havre. And joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline to talk about that and more is Jefferson High standout Rachel Van Blaricom. Rachel, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. Congratulations on the season. I know it didn't end like you wanted it to, but what was it like to play in a championship?
It was surreal. I mean, it's what you've worked to all season, and I mean, it's the farthest you can go. And I mean, we took second, and it was one of the best moments of my life.
Rachel Van Blaricom, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. When does the work for next season start?
Well, like immediately after. I mean, you always got to be working, but I'm hoping to get in and play a couple tournaments with the team, and then I'm not quite sure when practices start. I've been trying to get more information on that, but I probably will get more as I go to the Highline tournament this weekend.
Definitely. You're a junior, right, or senior?
I'm a senior this
You
year.
are a senior.
I'm a senior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you chosen a school?
Yeah, I'm going to MSU Northern.
Oh, that's right. I saw that not too long ago.
Yeah.
Coach Mowat's a pretty good recruiter, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a very good recruiter.
What sold
He's
you
a super nice guy.
Oh, he's great. What sold you on Northern?
So my neighbor, Sheila Green, is an alumni from Northern.
Okay.
And I had been talking to her about the schools that I want to go to, and I had just got done with visiting Northern. And
Oop, you still there?
sorry, yeah,
Okay.
my brother just walked in.
Oh.
No, so I had talked to her about like all of the benefits of going to Northern, like how I like the team and the coach, and like I like the campus. And she's like, well, what's keeping you from going there? And I'm like, it's freezing. And she's like, well, you play an indoor sport. And she's like, it seems like you have your mind lined up. So I called him over Christmas break, and then I signed.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What other schools were you recruited by?
I was recruited by MSUB, a little bit by Carroll, and then I also was thinking about going to Miles City or Dawson.
Okay.
Just for a JUCO, but yeah, I was talking to the Grizz before the coaching change, but then
gotcha.
that kind of stopped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You also play volleyball, right?
Mhm.
Was that a
And
consideration?
they said that I could play. Yeah, they said that I could play volleyball up at Northern, but I've had a kind of a problem with my shoulder. I have a shoulder impingement, so it was caused from overhitting during volleyball season. So I'm trying to heal that up, and I don't think doing volleyball would be a good idea.
What's it like to be named for that the hit team?
Well, I got to play in it last year, and it was so much fun. I mean, being able to play with like a bunch of talent from all over the state that you don't get to see, and then being able to play all the talent in the other classes that you never get to play it's amazing. I love it so much.
And you also get a teammate in Brenna Wolf.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we play really well together, so that's awesome.
Who are you looking forward to playing with the most?
Probably my future teammate Taya.
Okay.
Taya Trottier.
Yeah, she's from Harlem.
Mhm.
And then who are you looking forward to playing against?
Probably A, and like probably A. A has a pretty competitive. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have a lot of great talent in their programs.
They're absolutely loaded.
Mhm.
Man, you got the girls from Havre, Mecca Bolchaw from Browning's really good.
Mhm.
Are you going to guard Yelena Miller then, or Lainey Kearns? Because both of them are ballers.
I have no idea. We have team dinner on Thursday, so hopefully we'll have some game plans then.
Very nice. Plus, you get to miss more school, which is always a good thing, right?
Yeah, totally. I was actually gone from school today all day because I signed up for Mathletes for extra credit.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. How'd that go?
Oh, it went good. We kind of, it was a lot of stuff that even our person that got a 36 on the ACT was like, I don't know what's going on. So.
That's funny. What's your GPA?
I have a 4.0.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do for fun when it's not basketball or volleyball?
I don't know. Honestly, it was kind of weird because I've done a sport all throughout high school, and even during the spring, I've done golf and track.
Okay.
And this year I was going to do track, but I decided not to do it. So I honestly, to tell you the truth, I think my favorite thing to do is just go to the lake. But it's not summertime yet. So
it's getting close. It's getting close.
It is.
It's warming up.
It is. It was really warm today.
So what's your handicap on the golf course?
You don't want to know.
Oh, I do want to know. Are you
No, it's terrible.
Are you still going to play this year?
No.
Oh,
No.
No golf
No.
either. Coach
No.
DeMars is losing a good one.
What? Sorry.
Coach DeMars is going to lose a good one. Anna.
Oh, no, I'm terrible. I am the absolute worst at golf ever. I didn't even realize that I could be so bad at something. I hit the ball backwards on so many. My coach, my freshman year, videotaped me and was laughing at me and sent it to my mom.
How do you hit it backwards? I've double hit it.
I don't know. I don't know. It was literally, I've never expected something so bad.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
It's okay.
That is funny. We'll let you go, but I appreciate the time.
Right.
I look forward to chatting once you get up to Northern and get settled in up there. But good luck this weekend in Havre. Have some fun, and you're not playing for state, so just enjoy it. Yeah. Are you going to be in the Montana-Wyoming All-Star team, or has that been named yet?
I don't think it's been named yet. I hope so.
That'd be cool. You have to keep winning. I mean, that's what Montana does. We just win.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, keep up the great work out there. Enjoy the spring and have a great time on the lake this summer.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you. That is Rachel Van Blaricom joining us here on the Jason Walker Show. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. What a sweetheart and super smart. 4.0. Wow. I don't know if all of my years in high school combined got a 4.0, but we appreciate Rachel joining us. And she's a good one. She's going to have a great career up there at MSU Northern. All right, let's do On This Day in History. And it is March 22nd. It is American Diabetes Association Alert Day. It is National 3D Day, National Egg Day. We appreciate all of our great farmers and ranchers and everybody involved in agriculture. And it is Goof Off Day. 1958, the 20th Men's Basketball Championship. Kentucky beat Seattle. Seattle's future Hall of Famer Elgin Baylor was named the tournament's most outstanding player. And we'll talk about Elgin and his games against Montana State back in, I think, 1958. And so we'll hear from Jim Kelly, who played against him and guarded him. It's a great story. 1969, the 31st tournament, UCLA beats Purdue by 20, the three-peat. Lou Alcindor, the most outstanding player for a third consecutive year. And then 3 years later, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would be named the NBA MVP. 1989, Clint Malarchuk of the Buffalo Sabres nearly died on the ice. Another player accidentally slit his throat. And if you've never seen this video, it is absolutely nuts. Watch this. If you're, squeamish, you might want to turn away. But the skate severed his carotid artery and part of his jugular. And they credit the athletic trainer with getting out there so quick to save his life. But that was in 1989. I think he was in Helena a few years ago, if I remember right, speaking. But that happened. Man, scary. Happy birthday to Bob Costas, born on this date in 1952. Elgin Baylor, who we just talked about, passed away on this date 1 year ago. He was 86. And we'll hear all about playing against him on Thursday.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. It is the best Cajun food this side of New Orleans. Seriously, you can't find better Cajun food than at Cafe Zydeco in Helena. Also in Bozeman and Billings, if you want to check them out if you're in those towns. What did we miss today? Oh, I know what we missed today. Congratulations to Guy Almquist, who was named the AA Coach of the Year, or the Western AA Coach of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Trey Reed of Big Sky, and your Offensive Player of the Year, no surprise, Braden Cook from Capital. Also on the first team, Connor Dick of Hellgate, Caden Bateman of Big Sky, Hayden Opitz of Capital, and Jostin Kripe from Flathead. Caden Hewitt, Helena High, named second team all-conference. And honorable mention, Capital's Jacob Curry. So congratulations there. On the Western AA girls side, Coach of the Year, Robin Brady Hinthorn of Hellgate. Your Offensive Player of the Year is Capital's Jada Clarkson. And your Defensive Player of the Year, Alex Koval from Hellgate. First teamers, Bailey Saylor from Hellgate, Jada, Alex Koval, Alex Bullock from Helena High, and Cadence Couture of Big Sky, along with Kiki Davis of Hellgate. Second team, and Avery Kraft of Helena High in there, and Capital's Megan Swanson named honorable mention. So congratulations to all of those. On the eastern side of the girls, your Coach of the Year, Brent Montague of Skyview, Offensive Player of the Year, Brooke Berry of Skyview, and Defensive Player of the Year, Skyview's MG Spotted Bear and West's Taylor Sharik. And then on the West or Eastern AA, Ty Hughes, your Player of the Year on the offensive side from Bozeman. West, Billy Carlson, the defensive MVP, and Bozeman's Troy Hassler, the Coach of the Year. So congratulations to all those kids. All right, that'll do it. Had a good show. Thanks for joining us from Rachel Van Blaricom, Jefferson High standout. Also, Luke Denherter. If you get a chance, there's still time. Missouri River Brewing. Head out that silent auction, continuing for a few more hours. Bid on some great items and also help out a great dude. We appreciate him for stopping by. Tomorrow, That's What She Said. Alex Eshelman will join us. Talk Bobcats. And Ryan Swenson, Capital tennis coach, will join us as well. Hope you have a great Tuesday. We'll do this again tomorrow. Go to jasonwalkershow.com if you missed anything and want to rewatch. And we are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. See you tomorrow.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.